out to my exes.
Acting by night. Keep going crazy.
Show off your skin, that shit is popping, girl. Body on 10, damn, you got it, girl. You gotta boss up. Getting them checks, living your best. Racks up. Keep walking with confidence. Effortlessly, you let them know who is in command. You just that and more. Don't forget it. God worked hard on you for sure. Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
Hey, it is Lex's Exodus. Shout out to my exes. How are you guys? It's Lex's Exodus, leading the Black Woman Exodus. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to my subbies. Shout out to all my exes. Happy Friday! I love you guys so much. And again, I appreciate the love and support and appreciate you for visiting and for watching. Gosh, I'm so grateful for you guys. I don't think you all understand how much the engagement, how much the community, and how much your feedback means to me. So I really, really, really do appreciate all of the support, all the engagement, and all of the comments. Y'all are so bomb. I was looking at my analytics and was bragging to my kiddo, I have a 9-year-old, about my subscriber count and about all the recent activity that I've seen and commentary, and he could not believe it. And obviously, I'm not like going into detail about the subject matter that we talk about on this channel, but I talked to him about the engagement and about the response that I'm getting, and I'm really pleased, and he's really excited. So, anywho, that's a side note, but welcome back, you all. Like always, if you like this content, please comment, please continue to subscribe. It is free and it helps support this channel and will help build it from the ground up and will help me to be able to provide more content to you guys. Also, if you want more videos, please just let me know that you're listening. Like I always say, I don't want to talk to myself. So just drop a note, say hey. Say hey, Alexis. Also, if you have any recommendations or come across any news stories or anything that you think would be good content that you'd like to hear a video on, feel free to pass that my way, share that my way. So you can email me at lexisexoduschannel@gmail.com. Okay, now let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to what we came here for. T.I. Y'all fucking trash ass T.I. Shaking my head. So recently, if you have been living under a rock and you're not aware, over 15 women have came forward alleging and accusing T.I. Of coercing them into sexual actions and drugging them, and also coercing them into situations involving drugs and money. So we'll start from the beginning and then we'll dive into the nitty gritty. So this first came about as a result of someone going online and blasting the couple. Her name is Sabrina Peterson, and I believe she was a former employee or former friend of the Harris's family, who accused T.I. of pulling a gun out on her years ago, and also accused T.I. of beating her. And which was crazy. So, I don't know. I guess when I heard it, I'm like, okay, that sounds insane. That sounds bananas. But it was one story initially. So I'm like, okay, well, she's compiled a list of stories and a list of a series of 15 accounts from all different women in Atlanta who are saying the same thing happened to them, but who are alleging they've been raped and taken advantage of and victimized by T.I. And I'm just not surprised at all. And it's sad because sometimes I feel like I become jaded and I become very hardened by stuff like this, but I'm just not surprised anymore at the behavior of Black men because it's so poor. And we all know, it's established and well known that Black women are the most unloved, the most unprotected group of women in the universe. And we are subjugated to the worst treatment by Black men. That's it. That's a fact. So I wasn't surprised. And I think that it's really interesting, especially because Black men on social media, maybe this is just, I don't know, just pomp and circumstance or them just putting on airs. But social media will have you believe that, that's the thing, they'll yell this mantra to protect Black women. But when it comes down to actually doing it, nothing happens. And not only do the men in the community leave Black women unprotected and leave them vulnerable to, to being victimized, they also further attack them after they're victimized and once they decide to be vocal about their trauma. And they'll continue to attack them. They'll harm them and traumatize them over and over and over again by continuing to harass these women. Accusing them of lying, berating them, and degrading them. That's just normal. That's normal behavior within the Black community. The other thing I'm also not surprised about is that this is happening with T.I. So we know that T.I. is a shitty person. I think most of these high value, quote unquote, high value Black men are. Y'all love to call them high value just because they're rich and have high value when it comes to their bank account. But when it comes to their character and their integrity, they're morally bankrupt, all of them. And I can think of a number of these quote unquote high value men: Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Russell Simmons, numerous quote unquote high value Black men who are actually predators and who objectify and victimize women regularly because y'all let them get away with this. Anywho, I don't want to go on a tangent. I want to get into some of the firsthand victim accounts who are alleging that they were victimized by T.I. So first one woman detailed an incident that took place in Charlotte in 2016. She claimed that she went to T.I. and Tiny's hotel suite at the Ritz-Carlton and her phone was confiscated, and she was given Molly and cocaine, and that was handed out to all of the women who were in attendance at this gathering. Only the people who removed their pants were allowed to stay. Okay? Disgusting. Yeah. So another woman indicated that, let's see. So this woman indicated that she watched T.I. drag girls back and forth from the bedroom to the bathroom to the living room. One girl was even crying because she wanted to leave, but they refused to give her her phone to call an Uber. Which again, this does not surprise me about T.I. He is kind of like Hollywood's worst kept secret that he's into threesomes, that he is a well-known womanizer. These two, T.I. and Tiny, have also been arrested and convicted of illicit drug use. So I'm not surprised that there are allegations that they are hosting parties where they are passing out Molly and cocaine to unsuspecting women and are taking advantage of them. Also, let's see. So there's also another account from a woman saying that she witnessed the rapper at one of these gatherings. The rapper tell his security to come pick this bitch up off the bed because she couldn't walk. And the victim was almost unconscious and her pulse was barely there, according to the witness. Wow. So they are hosting get-togethers and gatherings, orgies really is what this sounds like, where they're distributing drugs and they're getting women so high that they're unconscious and to the point where they're not aware of their surroundings and they're not conscious. So they're Bill Cosbying these women and they're drugging them. And yeah, one almost died, it sounds like this woman is alleging. Another witness account to alleged that T.I. victimized her. So she says, T.I. is, and I quote, an absolute monster who uses money and power to manipulate people, and Tiny is his secret weapon. So yeah, this stuff is not surprising to me. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I'm not a fan of T.I. and Tiny, but I used to be an avid reality TV watcher, not really so much anymore, but I stay up to date with the blogs and everything. And I remember during their reality show that they used to have, I can't remember if it was Family Hustle or maybe something else, but I remember T.I. just being so ingrained and so much in the sunken place with his chauvinistic values and beliefs. It used to just be disgusting about some of his ideas and his opinions. So he would say the most flippant, the most disrespectful, misogynistic things. So I remember one time him, telling Tiny that she couldn't have a career and she needed to stay home while she dealt with his bullshit. And he was out like openly cheating and just being disgusting and being photographed with several women. I also remember one time her saying on camera how she was adamant that she never had an affair and had never cheated on T.I., but had been faithful. Tiny was. And I remember him saying verbatim, well, I can't say that I haven't cheated, but I've never lied about cheating. Like he was supposed to get a gold star for that. Like, you deserve a pat on the back for being honest about fucking other women while married. I also remember a video clip about Tiny being upset because T.I. had sex with someone, a mutual friend that Tiny had hired. And his response was, well, I spent millions on you. What the fuck are you saying? And he deflected and said, well, at least I didn't have sex with one of your enemies, alluding that Tiny, her behavior was worse because she ended up hanging out with Floyd Mayweather, which I guess he's saying, according to him, is one of his enemies. I don't know. Just bullshit. Like textbook narcissist behavior, textbook verbally, emotionally abusive, manipulative behavior. He's really full of shit and is disgusting. And he clearly vocally doesn't respect his own wife, let alone these random women that they are out here sleeping with. So another eyewitness account of this toxic behavior, another woman said she was working as an escort in 2013 when T.I. invited her to take drugs and have sex with him and Tiny in return for a payment. And so it says that her experience, Tiny got upset because T.I. was really into her and was showing more attention. So in response, they got into an altercation, Tiny and this woman did, and T.I. choked her out and hit her. And when she threatened to tell what happened, she was told she could face deportation. So this was probably a Hispanic woman, one of those exotic women, these black men like to pedestalize because they're so self-hating and hate anything that doesn't look like them. So she said, and I quote, I was threatened to the point I was in fear. I left Atlanta and never looked back. Other accounts even include underage victims that T.I. had sex with. So there's a woman who claimed that she and her friend were pressured for sex in 2005 during an all-star weekend in Colorado. And another woman said that the girls were so high it seemed like they were dead. Yo, so this is very disturbing, very disgusting. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss of words, y'all. These motherfuckers is nasty. T.I. is disgusting. So he's out here drugging, raping, and let's be very clear, he's engaging in statutory rape because he's having sex with underage girls. And then he's also forcing sexual acts on women. So all kinds of rape. He's doing statutory rape and just not engaging in consensual sex. These women are alleging that he's raping them and he's victimizing them, which is disgusting. This is all just disgusting. But here's the thing, Black community and Black women, y'all allow this to be normalized. Really, seriously. These are the type of men that you guys like to put on a pedestal, and who y'all like to call y'all's kings, y'all's kings, like Paris Milan says. And this is what Black men consider high value men. This is the best. The damn bar is set below the ground. Talk about the bar being low. It's below. It's below ground level at this point. So a man who regularly cheats on his wife, has had children on her, has had out of wedlock children while married, who has had 7 kids with several baby moms, who is out here drugging and raping women. This is what y'all consider high value. This is A-list. This is the cream of the crop in the Black community for Black men. And y'all wonder why I preach divesting and looking elsewhere, because it's slim pickings out here. If this is the best that you guys have to offer Black men, Black women, why are y'all out here competing for this bullshit? This is slim pickings. And again, let me reiterate, when these men say that they are high value men, all they are saying is that they have high value bank accounts. And a lot of times that's not even really high value, because we know Kitten Samuels thinks high value is making 6 figures, which is something that is not difficult to make, because I started making that at the age of 26. Okay? And I hate to be so harsh and so direct, but come on, y'all. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Think of this, Black woman. Think of 5 so-called high value Black men, and I'll name you 5 shitty men who don't have integrity and who have very poor character. So let's think about 5 quote-unquote high value Black men, high-profile Black men. R. Kelly, guess what? He's a child molester. Bill Cosby, guess what? He drugs and rapes women. So does Russell Simmons. These are 3 so-called high-value Black men in the Black community. Let's pivot away from rape, and let's just talk about like general character. This isn't as bad as rape, but it's still, I think, a man's capability to be disciplined and to be loyal says a lot, and is a testament to his character or lack thereof. Beyonce and Jay-Z. And y'all like to call them couple goals, but Beyonce has been very vocal about he's a cheater and how he's a womanizer and how he disrespects his Black wife regularly for Becky with the good hair. There's even been rumors that he has a secret child. Do we want to talk about Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats? Yeah, the man who left his Black wife and children and had an affair with the next chick. That's high value, y'all. Talk about Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, who had a side baby on his wife. Same thing with Ludacris, who married a doctor, ended up having a side baby on her. So I don't know. Like, I try to be a realist. I don't consider myself an optimist or a pessimistic person, but I try to be a realist, and I want for Black women to look at these trends and to understand that Black men, quote unquote high value Black men who make a respectable income are hard to come by. We know that Black men on average only make $40,000 a year, which is not much, which is pennies. So, and then also we know that Black women already outnumber Black men. And not only that, we're fiercely loyal. So when you come across a Black man with a little money, they tend to develop a God complex and they turn into monsters just because there's not many at all and the pickings are slim. That, they're monsters who cheat on their loyal wives and have babies on them, who like TI drugs and rapes women, monsters who have sex with underage girls, and monsters who check their daughter's hymen and basically to ensure that they're still virgins. So this is not surprising at all to me. And I wish I could say that I was taken aback, but I'm not. And the interesting thing is T.I.'s response, or lack of response, I should say, he has not said anything in response to this, because what do you say when you're guilty? What do you say? He has tons of money. He's very wealthy. He has tons of resources. So I'm sure right now, he's consulting with his PR team. He's consulting with legal counsel to figure out how to maneuver this and how to navigate in this situation. But yeah, like I don't think he'll say anything, because I really do believe that this is true. So I say all that to say, Black woman, it's hard out here. Divest or die, really. And I'm not saying that trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not saying that exaggerating, but I'm very serious. It's time to divest. It's time to be self-serving. It's time to not only go where you're wanted, because I hear a lot of women in the divesting community simply saying going where you're wanted. Don't just go where you're wanted, because shit, there's homeless men on the street that want you. Don't go where you're wanted, but go where you're treated well. Go where you are honored. Go where you are loved. Go where you are celebrated. I encourage you, Black women, to date men and to interact with men from communities who worship the ground that you walk on, who love you. It's out there. This ain't it. This ain't it. Being married in a struggle marriage to a millionaire who treats you like shit, who has children on you, and who openly disrespects you, who's fucking cheating regularly with, what's her name, Bernice Burjoyce, whatever that girl's name is, strippers and shit, and who's on TV pretty much telling you, well, guess what, I pay the bill, so I get to do what the fuck I want. That's not high value, y'all. That is not high value, and that's not acceptable treatment. So I would encourage you, Black women, to, like I said, don't just go where you're wanted. Go where you're celebrated and where you're treated with integrity and with honor. And that is not here. And I'll leave you with that. All right. Until next time, guys. See ya.